the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at Boston, they've been executing at a high level. They've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. And tonight, we get to see the veteran Rudy Gay. Shaq, this is a guy who can give you 20 every time he steps on the floor.
You know, he has the confidence to create his own shot. He's only getting more efficient as the year goes on.
Yep. He still wants the ball in crunch time. He has the size, and his vertical is still up there with the big guys.
Yeah. Tip-off is coming up shortly. Kevin Harlan's standing by and ready to go.
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference battle here at the AT&TCenter in San Antonio. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
Yeah, two clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Well, kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff, and then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan grew up in California, and he idolized Kobe Bryant. Now, DeRozan says, Kobe was my favorite player. I watched everything he did, practiced almost all his moves, and DeRozan has become a multiple-time All-Star. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Hey, Brent, tonight, 2 strong reserve units. As a player, what are some of the advantages of coming off the bench and playing?
I think, Kevin, if you think about coming off the bench and mentally you're into the game, you'll understand the rhythm of when you check in and where you might be able to take advantage of what they're doing defensively, some of their offensive schemes. You might have seen the sets, so it's important to pay attention while you're on the bench and then come in and impact the game in a positive way.
You can get in the flow of the game without even playing.
Sometimes, and then you also get to play against another team's bench, which can sometimes help you find your rhythm a lot quicker than going up against the starters.
Good point. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Enes Kanter is out there with Tatum, and it's Walker in at the 1. Brown outside. And the 3 ball is good.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
DeRozan passes to Murray. Back to DeRozan. Over Tatum. The rebound by the Celtics. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stay consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years. behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Murray. It's not going to go for him. Walker with some nice D. Brown kicks to Hayward. 11 feet away. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
From deep, Walker. The shot off that time. And the Celtics going the other way now. Here's Tatum. He gets that one.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Down low and taken away by Brown. An even 3-on-3 break. Hayward with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Back to Hayward. Launches a 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And Jaylen Brown was giving quite the compliment on his game from Draymond Green, who felt, Greg, that Brown was good enough to be an all-star.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'd be fully on board with that assessment in terms of last year, but I do think he's well on his way to becoming an all-star. His scoring and offensive impact continues to grow each year, and he's shown a great knack on the defensive side as well. Terrific two-way player. The sky is the limit.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Walker with a clean look, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pirtle kicks to DeRozan. They need this one. Hayward with some nice D.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
The season now starting to take shape, Brent. We have a better idea of who the real championship contenders might be.
There seem to be a lot of familiar faces, Kevin.
I agree.
Yeah, always.
But that's okay. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, because in the beginning of the year, we have to do those radio shows and make predictions. Some of our predictions are coming true, yes. Thank goodness.
I know. We look smart, don't we?
Or I don't know about that.
You know, you look smart. I don't. You look smart. First one falls for him. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Murray with it, now guarded by Tatum. To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Banked in off the glass.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Now, here's Cantor. No points in the game yet for him. On its way from Hayward for 2. San Antonio with the rebound. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Walker with some nice D.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
And the pass to Aldridge. Over Tatum. And Aldridge the basket on the assist by Murray.
Well, becoming more and more comfortable with the catch and shoot, Aldridge is now a threat every time they run that kind of play.
Walker with it. Now guarded by Murray. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Murray with the ball. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Brown with the drive. The stupendous finish in traffic. Brown's got 7.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Poked loose. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. And he converts the layup. 8 points for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Murray outside. Dishes it to Aldridge. Over Tatum. Aldridge's shot is good.
That's where Aldridge burns defenses repeatedly. His mid-range game is so advanced and so polished, evidenced by that shot there.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston.
No doubt that last season was the best year LaMarcus has had, not just as a Spur, but maybe ever. Numbers across the board, both offensively and defensively, carrying and shouldering the load without Kawhi Leonard for just about all the season. That's pretty impressive stuff.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Damari Carroll comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Now here's Williams. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Carroll, no one around him. Here's Lyles. A second chance effort, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Jason Tatum. 5th in three-point shooting, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, he's one of the dead-eye sharpshooters in the game for sure. A top 5 percentage guy from deep. Just a hard man to slow down. And for Aldridge last year, Brent, a far cry from when he asked to be traded. Then had a sit-down with Greg Popovich, and that seemed to straighten things out.
Yeah, there were some frustrations for him, and the only way as a player you're going to have clarity is to sit down with your coach and hash it out. And Pop was more than willing to do that and reset some things for LaMarcus Aldridge, and they figured out a way to get through it. And it seems like whatever that clarity was, it worked out best for both parties.
They shoot again, and scoring with the play inside is Gay.
That's too easy. A player of Rudy Gay's scoring prowess, he's salivating on shots like that.
Outside, Smart. Passes it to Tice. On the wing, Williams. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Taking a look at Boston. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the 76ers, 4 games back.
And, you know, for Boston, they look like a team on a mission. We knew coming into this season that they were going to be one of the teams to beat. They've done nothing to change anyone's mind about that.
The only people whose mind are the people who said they were going to have a down year. There is no one left saying that. I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Smart finds Williams. Here's Tice. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Jumps up. On the jam by Rudy Gay.
Good job of using quickness in transition. Like to see Rudy Gay out there running hard in the lane.
Celtics leading by 11. Here's Wanamaker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Smart on the wing. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Here's Mills. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. The shot by Carroll, no good. Outside Tatum. Pass to Smart to the inside. Here's Williams, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Certain guys can play within themselves and still dominate. You played along one of the best that you saw up close in Tim Duncan.
Well, one of the things I think about with Tim is how many numbers he left on the board, Kevin. The way that Coach Popovich played him, minimal minutes, touches when needed most, where Tim usually came through, but how much more dominant he truly could have been.
And he didn't care about numbers, did he?
Not at all. He cared about one number, and that's putting W's on the board. But how many more things Tim Duncan would have led categorically in the history of the NBA at the power forward position, but overall, the numbers would have been staggering.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul. Spurs trail by 13. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, Rudy Gay not really the focal point of an offense at this stage of his career, and really benefited for coming in off the bench and playing minutes against a lot of teams' secondary units who didn't have guys capable of guarding him. So he got a lot more efficient, became a bench scorer that was very valuable for a Spurs team that sometimes struggled offensively.
It's intercepted. Pass to Onuaku. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Onuaku's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Here's Lyles. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Bellinelli against Smart. To the middle. Here's Williams. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room, and it's blocked, and he recovers it. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, most of the time guys come off the bench and just try to stabilize. Tonight they got some serious points, and when you're on the road, it gives you unanticipated advantages.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Spurs trail by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
Kicks it to Gay, looking to end the run. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Smart passes to Williams. Here's Tice. Here's Wanamaker. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Lyles, and DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Bellinelli. Boston also with the sub. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Daniel Tice. Here's Mills. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. .114 left to play in the first quarter. Gay dishes to Mills. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
This is some of what he does best. Mills can shoot from downtown.
Smart kicks to Onuaku. Inside. Williams, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 20.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Mills. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Gay outside, and it's Carroll in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Smart with the ball. He had 13 points in the win against Memphis.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
For Boston, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
And he can't hit the second. Murray against Walker. To the paint. Here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Boston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their work from beyond the arc has been a highlight. A lot of threes, finding the bottom of the bucket. Back right after this. DeMar DeRozan last season opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it. Not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And for the Celtics here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Through that first one, they turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, got a huge advantage.
DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo. Then there's Murray. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
Well, they certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. D.A., thank you. Now here is Aldridge. 23 points his last outing. And Onuaku pulls it down.
Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities, and the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. Cantor finds Hayward. Now here's Cantor. Defense is right there. Back to Hayward. Shot clock at 5. And it's off from three-point range. Spurs trail by 19. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. One of my favorite moves is the Euro step. I know it's one of yours as well. There are a lot of guys that can do it well.
Well, I got to see Manu Ginobili step around me for years in San Antonio. But I think James Harden is still the most devastating Euro step player we have in the game. There's something about the lefties, isn't there, Kevin? We have a hard time figuring
they
a
throw
lefty
you off.
out.
They throw you off automatically just by the left hand.
Right.
Then they add the little sidestep.
And James Harden with the shiftiness and the
Yeah.
way he moves the ball around and draws contact. I know there are a lot of people that get aggravated by that, but he's nearly impossible to stop, especially when he's got his passport with the Euro step.
He slithers. Here's Walker after the basket by Boston. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Stolen by Cantor. Now here's Walker. He had 19 points in the win against Memphis.
And also in that one, he had the opposition on pins and needles on the defensive end of the floor, recording 4 steals that night on his way to an overall stellar game.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
Aldridge down low. Murray against Walker. And that one's good by Aldridge.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Outside, Walker. And there's the pass to Onuaku. Hayward outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. And it's denied. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And his ability to knock down shots from the mid-range. I mean, he just seems to roll that ball so easily off his fingertips. It looks like it's going in every time.
Now, here's Aldridge. 8 points for him. Pass to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Nice shot by Pirtle.
When Pirtle gets the rock deep inside, the D is toast. Can't allow him to get comfortable from there.
Brown the pass to Cantor. The kick out to Walker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Murray. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Clippers.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Aldridge's shot is good.
So consistent offensively. You'd like Aldridge to touch the ball at least once every time down the floor.
Walker against Murray. Drains the three-pointer. Walker's got 11 points.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Murray kicks to Aldridge. Walker taking his time here. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul. San Antonio making a switch here. Lyles checked in. To the middle. Excellent D from Cantor.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's his first foul. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. San Antonio calls timeout. And you look at the all-around game of Trey Lyles. Brent, effective and efficient.
Had a great stretch last year with the Denver Nuggets. A good shooter and a good rebounder. Not quite sure about what position that he plays, but still adding some strength and a solid contributor. He could have an extended 10 or 12-year career if he finds the right fit.
Hayward against DeRozan. Now Murray. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Got a hand on it. Brown kicks to Walker. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. Off the inbound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Kemba Walker continuing the fine tradition of New York point guards. He should not go unmentioned when you talk about the NBA's best ball handlers.
First free throw is good. And without a doubt, Kemba Walker, one of the league's most entertaining players.
And enlisted at 6'1", and you know, that might be a stretch, but he uses it to his advantage, staying low and almost dancing when he's out there attacking defenders.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. He kicks to Aldridge. Now here's Bellinelli. D right on him. Pass to Aldridge. He dishes it to Bellinelli. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
And you could see some miscommunication on the defensive end of the floor that time. No excuse for letting a player get that good a look on that possession.
Now here's Walker. He's got 13. Pass to Tice. Back to Tatum. Lays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that Tatum has not abandoned the inside game. Solid at finding space around the rim to score.
DeRozan against Hayward. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Taken away by Williams. It's stolen by DeRozan.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Nice shot by Smart.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Aldridge dishes to DeRozan. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gay's checked in. Bellinelli against Smart. Bellinelli passes to Lyles. Count that one. Lyles got his second bucket of the night.
Commending the unselfish play there. What vision on that pass.
Boston leading by 22. Outside, Smart. Kicks to Tatum. Back to Smart. To the wing on the left. Here's Tice. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 4 assists now tonight.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You gotta love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, also like the adjustments that they've made. Each time they're defended a little bit differently. They seem to have the answer for it.
Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off it.
Well, so smooth in everything he does. Aldridge with the little up fake, and the defender overcommits. He takes advantage.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. You think those are necessary things?
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the league always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
And many thought LaMarcus Aldridge was on a downswing in his career, but boy, were they wrong.
You know, Aldridge silenced a lot of critics with his play last season. I mean, in a league that has very few great low-post players, he demonstrated he's still one of the best. Has so many moves and tricks in his game, and when he gets the ball down low, the defense really has very little to do with it.
So it's the Spurs now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Gay up top. He's guarded by Williams. And that one's good by Gay.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Celtics leading by 23. There's the pass to Williams. Here's Ogilvy. He's covered by Gay. Good. Ogilvy's got his first points of the game.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Passes to Carroll. Here's Ogilvy. Aldridge is covering. Here's Smart. Doesn't go that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Now here's Carroll. He's guarded closely. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. Take a look at the Warriors. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, San Antonio just way behind.
And I think for San Antonio, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. He kicks it to Carroll. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. 5 on the clock. Gay in the corner. Lets the three fly. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Now, there's been nights like this throughout Rudy Gay's career. He's back on one now.
Wanamaker the pass to Ogilvy. Pass to Smart. Here's Ogilvy. Back to Smart. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And no doubt that Marcus Smart is one of the better defenders at his position. Quick feet are complemented by that strong frame, and he just digs in and against would-be scorers and just never lets them get comfortable.
He's off on the first. And Greg was smart. When he's off the floor or injured, you notice just how it changes the team's defense.
Yeah, I mean, the defense overall just seems to have less bite, less edge, less toughness without Smart. And the way he plays, you feel like he is looking to make a play on defense rather than just trying to slow his man down. Great at taking charges and forcing turnovers. He is truly the catalyst of their defense.
And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Tatum drives in. Some solid defense from Gay. San Antonio's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Mills. Kicks to Pirtle. Carroll for three. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Mills. And the pass to Bellinelli. Passes it to Pirtle. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And if you're going to foul Pirtle, you have to make sure you really whack him. He's remarkable about finishing through the contact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Patty Mills. And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
Now here's Williams. He's got 10. Wanamaker. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, I think Williams has a terrific future. A charismatic, likable kid who can be unselfish to a fault.
Here's Walker. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Whitey's checked in for Bryn Forbes. Then for the Celtics, Hayward comes in for Williams. And Walker subbed in for Marcus Smart. He hits the second from the line. Celtics leading by 23. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Now here's Cantor. He's covered by Gay. Six to shoot. Here's Hayward. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Shots good by Walker.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Boston's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Walker against Walker. And here's Walker. 13 points in the game. Shoots over Walker. Misses off the left iron. Jaylen Brown has been leading the charge for Boston. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. A tremendous game we're seeing from Jaylen Brown. He ended up with 15 points and 1 steal. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, the bottom line, Ernie, they got to defend the three-point line much better. They were concentrating all their effort into protecting the paint, and these guys were standing behind the line, yakum, splaka kataya, and that strategy backfired, Ernie. They gave up far too many open looks, and all those threes killed them.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic out there by Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. On the floor for Boston. Filling out the wings, it's Brown and Hayward. Jason Tatum is out there with AT&TCenter, and it's Walker in at the point guard position. And stolen by Tatum. Brown outside. To the inside. And there's AT&TCenter on the assist by Brown. Cantor's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Celtics. DeRozan against Hayward. It's DeRozan with the drive. And last summer, after 9 terrific seasons in Toronto, DeMar DeRozan traded to San Antonio.
And guys, you have to feel for the sudden change for DeRozan. Gave Toronto some of their best years. At the same time, happy that DeRozan has gone to an organization that has proven success over the years.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after they said he wouldn't be traded. At the end of the day, people will do what's best for their own position, whether they're a GM or a player. But you better believe they'll love DeRozan in Toronto forever, no matter what jersey he wears.
Now here's Walker after AT&TCenter's miss. And Walker kicks to DeRozan. Down low, stolen by Cantor. Tatum passes to Hayward. Oh, Tatum in position. And stolen by Aldridge. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Spurs trail by 21. Outside DeRozan. Inside. Aldridge. Good. Aldridge has got 14 points for the game.
Movement in the screen and roll, finds some room, and once Aldridge sets the pick, you got to expect him to roll hard.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. Cantor dishes to Walker. Back to Cantor. Shoots over Pirtle. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got his second basket.
Cantor does a good job of shooting off the catch there, easily getting that shot up thanks to his height.
And another turnover here by San Antonio. And while we have a moment, let's find out which point guards have had the best month from the charity stripe. Fifth best, Kemba Walker.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league. And that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
Well, you look back at the NBA's free throw percentage leaders over the years, and so many of them have played the point guard position, mostly because they do a great job of penetrating, getting into the lane, and consistently draw fouls. So the more you take, the more you make.
Trey Lyles checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Walker in the corner. He kicks it to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Walker's shot is off.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Boston making a switch here. Tice is checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Murray kicks to Lyles. His 3-pointers off the mark. Celtics leading by 21. Over in the corner, Brown. Boston again missing. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. Walker goes in. That's tipped and stolen by Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. Guarded by Walker. Boston, no good that time either. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's foul number 2 for him. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. San Antonio calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. How last month turned out for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
Celtics leading by 19 points. Brown outside. Tatum against Lyles. Tatum passes to Hayward. From deep, Walker. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Murray, no good. The Celtics have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers now for Walker. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 7th in free throw percentage, 10th in assists. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. The first one falls. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
You think back for Trey Lyles, forever linked to Donovan Mitchell. They were involved in that draft day trade. And of course, with revisionist history, people look at that much differently. Obviously, Mitchell came out and was on fire, while Lyles has shown a little bit more steady improvement and being patient and waiting for his time.
Here's Walker following the score by DeMar DeRozan. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Off target from 3-point range. Spurs trail by 21. Stripped away. Here's Brown, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. San Antonio the foul.
I admire the energy that Brown plays with, so great at getting to the line.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
free throw good from Brown. And getting back to the Lyles-Mitchell trade reminds me of when George Hill was traded by the Spurs for Kawhi Leonard, who had been drafted by Indiana.
Yeah, it's always tough to be associated in a deal where that player goes on to immediate stardom and you're still trying to find some footing. And now Lyles was traded along with that draft pick for Mitchell, so the deal wasn't just 1-to-1, but it's a trade that certainly people will remember.
San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks. Spurs have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Tice. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Smart. Rebound San Antonio. Outside DeRozan. Back to Murray. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 5 assists in the game. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. Pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. DeRozan defending. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
And he's got such a smooth release on that jump shot. You can feel that it's just coming naturally to him.
Now here's Murray. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Gay finds Bellinelli. 4 on the clock. Here's DeRozan. The offensive rebound. Lyles. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Lyles got his 3rd basket of the night. Boston leading by 21. Walker with it. 16 points for him. It's stolen by Lyles. Bellinelli with the 3. No good on that one. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. In the corner, Tatum with it. Hits it from 3-point range. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you got to admire his instincts offensively. Tatum does a great job of shooting it in rhythm off the pass.
Now here's Murray. Gay outside. He's feeling it, and the jumper is on the mark. 16 points for him. Boston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Walker against Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And a look now at the Boston Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll head home and take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Friday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And one thing about this team, they are as tough as it gets when they're playing in front of their crowd. Between that and their energy level, I could see them breezing right through this stretch.
And he knocks down the first one. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Spurs. Both shots good from the stripe. Now here's Murray. Kicks it to Carroll. Outside DeRozan. Pass to Gay. Over Tatum. Gay can't get it to go. Celtics shooting a troubling 38% in the 3rd. Not the finest work of this offense. Walker takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Walker's got 20 points.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Now here's Murray. And the pass to DeRozan. 5 on the clock. Over Tatum. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's 12 points for DeMar DeRozan. The Celtics have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Tice. Walker in the corner. No good from outside.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Murray, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. The Spurs have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. That free throw, no good. And the Spurs making a change here. Aldridge is checked in, and then for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Daniel Tice, and Gordon Hayward is subbed in for Kemba Walker. And he's good on the second. So it's the Celtics now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Wanamaker the pass to Kanter to the inside. And stolen by Gay. And it's Carroll in the corner. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Celtics leading by 23. Here's Wanamaker. He's got 8. On its way from Hayward for 2. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Hayward's got 5 points so far. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. To the middle. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got his 6th assist on the night. For Boston, they've gone 7 for 16 in the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Passes it to Kanter. Tatum on the wing. He kicks to Smart. Clock at 6. Wanamaker the pass to Tatum. Hayward from outside. Offensive rebound. Back to Kanter. And stolen by Aldridge. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay not messing around that time on the inside, getting up quickly and all the way to the rim.
1:51 left in the third quarter. Carroll against Hayward. Tatum kicks to Hayward. Clock at 6. Lets it go with a 3. Hayward missing again. Spurs trail by 21. And along with the resurgence Carroll had last season, in large part due, I think, Greg, to finally feeling healthy.
Yeah, and Carroll is quick to tell you just how hard it was for him to regain form after that knee injury. Coming back is something that each player experiences kind of in their own way. Great presence, though, on and off the floor, and really a natural leader.
Medu, he's checked in for San Antonio. Walker comes in for DeJounte Murray. Boston also with the sub. Brown's checked in. We've got 1:18 left in the third. Now DeRozan. 12 points for him. Outside, Walker. And stolen by Tatum. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Medu. There's a minute left to play in the third. Here's Kanter. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And it's 6 points for AT&TCenter. 55 seconds left in the third. And Walker kicks to DeRozan. Shot on the wing. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Pass to Hayward. Brown outside. The three-pointer no good.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
And a wide-open look for Walker. That three off the mark. Celtics leading by 21. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Now off the inbound, and he hits the jump shot. 8 points for AT&TCenter.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Right side to Walker. Shoots over Brown. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's the Celtics just dominating this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Now, as we add stops and add scores, don't let the little things get us off kilter, okay? Play with poise. Let's go.
Well, he's clearly, Greg, trying to keep his team on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, really challenging his guys right now, encouraging them to just stay focused on the task at hand.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got DeRozan. Damari Carroll is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 2 spot.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. Here's Pirtle. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is the second year with the sponsored patches on the jersey. Advertising, more or less. Have you gotten used to seeing those things?
Yeah, I think it was no problem last year.
They're small, they're unintrusive,
some
right?
teams did some really cool creative things with the color schemes, and I don't think we've seen the last of that, Kevin.
We see it in European games on their jerseys.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to recognize the number with how many advertisements are on the jerseys.
Or
but
billboard.
Yeah, I don't think we're done with it yet.
That free throw missing.
And Pirtle is a massive guy, someone that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks at the bucket.
And he sinks the second. So it's the Celtics now. Here's Wanamaker. Hayward outside. From deep, it's tipped.
Wonderful anticipation from Pirtle on that one, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And it's Carroll in the corner. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Celtics leading by 19. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Inside, here's Wanamaker. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And where's the fight defensively? I mean, you know you need stops to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, down by double digits, failing to shut down the lane. It has been a rough night.
Now here's DeRozan. Kicks it to Aldridge. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work, but the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing. There's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. Now here's Cantor to the paint. Tice, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
San Antonio again missing. Brown wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And taken away by Brown. Here's Cantor. Off target with his 3.
And that's a rare sight. Usually shooters make the defense pay when they're that lackadaisical.
Rebound Boston. Cantor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Left side Brown. Cantor finds Walker. Hayward on the wing. Looking to end his cold spell. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got assist number 5 here tonight. Spurs have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. On defense, the Celtics. Out left to the wing. Aldridge kicks to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And solid at feeding his guys the ball. Rudy has no problem giving it up that time.
Brown against Walker. Pass to Cantor. Shoots. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Brown, the pass to Tice. He kicks to Cantor. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Cantor. No good off the front iron.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
To the wing right side. Shoots from the baseline. The rebound by the Celtics. Cantor's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Walker goes in, and that one drops.
Oh, great move there. That spin just dusted the defense.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. It's an 18-point lead. In the corner, it's Hayward. Brown outside. And the pass to Tice. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. San Antonio's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Aldridge's shot is good.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
And here is Brown. Passes it to Walker. quickly drops in the floater. Walker's got 9 points here in the second half.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
It's stolen by Brown. Goes up, and then Brown with the dunk.
And you got to love how seriously Brown takes his ability to score. He has the green light to fire from just about anywhere on the court.
Spurs trail by 20. DeRozan finds Gay. Stolen by Walker. And here's the fast break. Walker leading the way. Lobs it up for Cantor. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. DeRozan passes to Walker. Outside Aldridge. Here's DeRozan. San Antonio getting another chance here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Gay. 2 points. That one goes. Gay's got 24.
Good driving inside. Rudy Gay's agile on that possession, knifing into the rim.
And Walker kicks to Cantor. Brown outside. Pass to Hayward. Over Gay. Hayward can't hit.
Yeah, he can't make a thing out there right now, guys. If he keeps this up, don't be surprised if his team gives up this lead.
And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. And Murray subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. The Celtics also with a sub. Tatum's checked in. Here's Lyles. Walker the pass to Murray. Pirtle kicks to Murray. Shot clock at 6. It's deflected. Up top, Tatum. Brown dishes to Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hayward's got 4 points this quarter.
And the skills of Brown, not just a super athlete, but a tremendous floor general as well.
Walker against Murray. Pass to Lyles. And good that time.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Brown the pass to Cantor. Back to Brown. In the corner, it's Hayward. Brown outside. Back to Hayward. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hayward's got 9 points here in the second half.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. The pass to Lyles. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now the dish to Walker. And he lays it straight in. Walker's got 24.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Here's Murray. Kemba Walker making his last shot. And it's Murray penetrating from deep. Walker. Celtics leading by 23. And Walker kicks to Hayward. Over Gay. A leaner. Gay with the defensive effort.
And you got to fight through things like this right now. His team needs him to shoot better. He's just had a tough quarter.
Here's Hayward. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Gay. Down low. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Boston shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. Hayward. Oh, that's blocked. Walker against Brown. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Walker finds Cantor. Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
San Antonio calls timeout. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, you have to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Murray kicks to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists in the game.
Rudy Gay with great concentration, even with the hand up there. Sees around it, sees through it, still scores.
Now here's Walker. Back to Tice. Hayward from outside. The putback. It's good on the putback. And it's now 26 points for Kemba Walker.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Kemba Walker picks one up. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Lyles checked in for Pirtle. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mills in for Walker. Now here's Smart. Celtics passing it around. Here's Tice. Rebound San Antonio. Lyles got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Celtics.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Walker.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Tamari Carroll's checked in for San Antonio. He's perfect from the line this time. Did you ever think, Brent, that we'd see this many players, 6'10", 6'11", 7-footers, handling the ball and shooting like we're seeing them shoot from that kind of distance?
I'm hopeful for it. I've been hopeful for it, and it doesn't surprise me about what the league is. This is a very select group of people that have the right combination of DNA and genetics, and the fact that these guys are more and more capable with their skill set, not a surprise to me, Kevin.
So fun to watch, too. My goodness.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Kemba Walker hits them both. 46 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Inside and stolen by Tatum. Hayward goes in. That one drops for him.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Free throw good. Mills.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did.
And both free throws good for Mills. That'll be a 5-second call. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
For a guy who makes his living behind the three-point line, Mills looks comfortable there, taking it inside.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. There's Walker with the three. And the Celtics with possession here. Smart passes to Hayward. Kicks it to Walker. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Gordon, nice win for you guys tonight. What was the difference?
Energy. I think we play with a lot of energy, passion, especially defensively. You know, when we're all doing our job and we're playing and we're focused and we're solid defensively, we're not really having lapses, we can be a pretty good team. You know, that we don't have to walk the ball up the court, and it's not as difficult on our offense. So it all starts defensively, and I think it all starts with energy down there.
You've become one of the best young defensive teams in the league, Gordon. Thanks very much. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.